Hey guys, welcome to Lots of Reviews. This is Charlie bringing the reaction and review to the Avengers 4 Endgame Superbowl trailer. So again, it's another brief little sort of TV spot trailer, but hopefully it gives us a little bit more something, something to go on for Avengers. But obviously, I mean, it only comes out in April, so it's not that much, not that much later than Captain Marvel. So not really that much. I think it's in about 5-6 weeks or so. I think Captain Marvel was sort of the startish of May, and then Avengers is towards the end of April. So I think it's about 6 weeks or so between the two. So I suspect we'll get like another full trailer when Captain Marvel drops, just so it doesn't really take too much attention away from Captain Marvel. So we're probably about four weeks away from another, probably like the second full trailer for Avengers, which will probably go a little bit more. But let's see. I mean, I'm saying all this without actually having seen this little Super Bowl thing. So let's watch this then. I like that went like to Y very quickly with
Some
that
people
preview.
move on, but not us.
Consequences.
Not us.
Alright, that's that then. Okay, so that was very short and sweet, but it did confirm one thing as far as we can tell. That the Ant-Man stuff, well, maybe, who knows, because I remember there was a bit of debate after that first trailer about whether or not the Ant-Man clip was present or past. Like the actual clip itself was recorded present or past. There's a lot of talk about sort of it saying archive in the corner. Like internally, I felt that the archive thing, I just assumed that meant that was the camera on the door for the archive. That makes sense. Like the actual Avengers building's archive room. That's what I took from that. If it did indeed say archive, that's what I took from that. But it was still present day. But of course, there was a very brief shot there of Ant-Man's mask going down alongside War Machine. Yeah, War Machine's mask. So does look like does very much look like he is in the present. So I mean, we kind of figured he would end up getting there, but whether or not that recording is still present or past is still a mystery, I guess. But good to see him actually alongside another character. And what I did like briefly, I mean, there's only really two things to properly react to in that, which was the Ant-Man situation and the sort of what looked like a little bit of world building more than anything. So it does confirm at the very least that there does seem to be a certain amount of time that has passed. I believe there was a bit of stuff floating around that time has passed with when the first trailer dropped. Although the first trailer didn't, I'm not sure if the first trailer actually specified how long it has been since the Thanos thing, for lack of a better term. So that seemed to give a little bit more indication that a certain amount of time has passed, like, with that sort of that poster that was seen in the very beginning about what do we do now after the world has gone, or whatever it said. So it does seem like it's tapping into a little bit of how is the world dealing with this situation, which I think is something they should really focus on. Like obviously they need to focus on how are they going to resolve the situation, but I think, you know, putting a little bit of attention on how is the world as a whole reacting to this whole thing, and how is it moving on, how is it getting on with how is the world just getting on with its life, as it were. It's an interesting thing to tap into because it's a very weird and ridiculous thing to have the world have to react to. So how is the world getting on is something they feel like they should address, and I think it's just an interesting thing to divulge into, however briefly they get to. But anyway, I mean, that's short and sweet, and therefore this reaction ought to be as well. So not really much more I can ramble on about now. So until the next reaction, ta-ra.